After a painful, almost month-long hiatus, The Flash returned this week with a brand new episode entitled Trajectory. It seems even after trapping Zoom in Earth 2, Barry still isn't content. He wants to get faster so he can actually beat the evil speedster when the time comes, and to do that, he needs to train harder than ever before, including jumping the gorge. Who else was, reminded of classic Simpson episodes right here, only, without Barry falling over and over again. The team takes a break from training to hit the clubs in a scene that by all rights should have annoyed me, but when you like these characters as much as I like these characters, sometimes it's nice to have some shenanigans to remind you that they're real people. Jessie took center stage this issue in a really interesting way. She wants to get out from under her protective father's shadow and, actually try and make a life for herself in this new world. She even tries to educate herself on the differences between Earth 2 and Earth 1. I'm not exactly sure why her dad thought it was a good idea to give her a bracelet that contained his confession involving the fact that he murdered Turtle a few episodes back. But you know what? I'll take it because it's about time someone called Harry on this. You'll remember this was a huge sticking point for me when everyone just kind of let his murder slide. Jessie and everyone else is of course mortified with Harry's actions, but at the same time it's like, he did it out of love though, so you can't be 100% pissed at him. Barry's training is put on hold with the appearance of a brand new evil female speedster who manages to leave even him in the dust. This is of course the trajectory of the title. Now in the comics, Trajectory was actually part of Lex Luthor's Everyman project to give superpowers to regular people. This lady chose speed, but with the caveat being that she couldn't slow down without taking drugs. Interestingly, in the show, she is a scientist friend of Caitlin who has to take drugs to be fast and who seems to suffer from a bit of a split personality disorder. They never quite explain if that was brought on from taking the Velocity 9 or if she had that before. Either way, TV show Velocity is wonderfully twisted and wonderfully hammy, just the way I like my female speedsters. There's also a smaller B-plot this episode with Iris attempting to entertain her boss at the paper and trying to get him to reconsider his take on the Flash and indeed heroes in general. Well, I think it's cool that they're giving Iris stuff to do outside the realm of just, sitting on her hands and waiting for Barry and the others to need her. I do, however, raise an eyebrow that they kind of seem to be setting her up with a new guy already, when it looked like they were maybe finally ready to try out Barry and Iris dating, what with the events that took place in Earth 2. And perhaps the most interesting twist for Trajectory, Barry actually doesn't end up winning his fight against this new speedster. No, her addiction is what does her in the end. And you know what? Sometimes I think that's good for a hero to not win outright, but still win the moral victory like Barry does in this episode. And even though he may not have been able to defeat Velocity, through her they were able to learn a lot about what turns a Speed Force aura blue, and because of that, they're able to finally crack the case of who Zoom is. And it should come as no surprise to anybody that Barry takes this harder than anyone else. I mean, this is like, what, his second positive male role model who turned out to be evil? Trajectory was ultimately a pretty solid first episode back. It had action, it had comedy, it had good pacing, and all the main characters had something useful and important to do with their time. I did, however, raise an eyebrow at a couple choices throughout it. It's strange that they're more or less quite literally putting Jessie on a bus when it seemed like she was poised to become the Jessie Quick of the TV show. I mean, heck, they even kind of planted the seeds about a possible romance between her and Wally of all things. But, I guess the show had enough characters already, and there's, a sidekick waiting in the wings as there is, so we didn't need another one. Overall, I would feel comfortable giving this one a 7.5 out of 10. Hey everyone, thanks so much for watching my newest video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you'll feel like checking out some more videos I have on offer here at Cape Jewel.